Are you tired of feeling stuck in your overthinking and being in your head? Wouldn't you love to be more in the flow and in the zone where you feel more productive and creative, where you feel inspired? Well, join me in this tap along session so that you can access more of that and get out of your head and into the zone. My name is Stephanie Wood, and I'm an EFT tapping trainer and practitioner for over 20 years, and the creator of Ultra EFT, which stands for Understanding Life Through Realization and Awareness. By tapping along with this video, you agree to take full responsibility for your own emotional and physical well-being. So let's start tapping. Now remember that as you're tapping along with this, you can change the words so that they suit you. And if you're new to tapping, just tap along and follow the words, saying them out loud. So I'd like to begin by having you place one hand on your forehead and one hand on your belly, just below your belly button. And what I'd love for you to do is close your eyes and take a few deep breaths here. And this is just to ground and center you. And as you're doing this, just set an intention that all the troubles, all the cares of the day, all the things that are pulling at you are just being set aside for this few minutes that you're tapping. Awesome. And now tapping on the side of your hand, even though I am so not in the flow right now, whatever that means for you. And that's just where I'm at. And that's okay. Even though I'd really love to be in the flow, but I'm so caught up in my head right now. That's what's happening. Even though I'm so good at overthinking and I've got a lot of mental stuff going on, and I can't seem to get out of my own way right now. That's what's happening. And that's really, really, really okay. Even if it doesn't feel okay. Top of the head. I'm kind of in my own way. Inside of the eyebrow. All this thinking. Side of the eye. I can't really stop it. Under the eye. But what if I could relax a little right now? Under the nose. All these thoughts just rushing in all the time. Chin. All the ways I feel like I have to pay attention to it all. You don't. Collarbone. What if I don't have to be so attached to that thinking? Under the arm. Even though my thoughts keep yelling for my attention. And the wrist. What if I could imagine that they're kind of like a TV in the corner behind me? Top of the head, constantly on, just always on. Inside of the eyebrow. And what if I could turn the volume down? Side of the eye. And just get on with whatever I need to get on with. Under the eye. Knowing that it's on in the back. Under the nose. All those thoughts are just yammering about. Chin. But what if I don't have to pay attention to them? Collarbone. What if I don't even have to believe them? Under the arm. What if a lot of those thoughts are just old conditioning? And the wrist. Or maybe the thoughts are trying to figure stuff out. Top of the head. Maybe I have overthinking to try and plan or worry. Inside of the eyebrow. But what if I don't have to have that on my mind? Side of the eye. What if I could let go of some of the attachment to all that thinking? Under the eye. All the ways I'm attached to my thinking. Under the nose. All the pressure I feel to listen and pay attention to that thinking. Chin. What if it's not true? Collarbone. What would happen if I didn't pay so much attention to it? Under the arm. Who would I be if I didn't pay so much attention to my thinking? What? And the wrist. What if I'm not my thoughts? All right, take a breath and shake that off. Now what I'd love for you to do is something called the clarity pose. It looks like this, and you're just making an electrical connection by touching your fingers to your head, just in the spaces above your tear ducts, and about 1 centimeter above the midpoint between your eyebrows. And in the back, you're creating your occipital and putting your thumb at the top of your neck. And it looks like this. Cradling the occipital. And if your arm gets tired, you can rest it somewhere. We're going to be switching hands, and you don't need to follow what I'm saying at all for this technique. So I want you to bring up all the busyness in your brain and this belief that I have to pay attention to my thoughts. All this worry, overthinking, everything keeping me from just being with what is and just being with what's happening in the day, everything that is. Delete, 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 uncreate, illuminate, destroy all that across all time, space, dimensions, and realities, across all ancestral fields. Everything in me that says that I need to keep thinking, I need to keep listening to this. I have to, it's a safety thing, I need to be on guard. Everything that brings up, delete, uncreate, illuminate, destroy all that. Everything in me that says that I am my thoughts, I have to believe my thoughts. Everything that is, delete, 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 uncreate, illuminate, destroy all that. Everything that's keeping me from being in my flow and just being and not having to narrate everything in every moment. Everything that is, delete, uncreate, illuminate, destroy all that. All the ways that I believe all my thinking. Delete, uncreate, illuminate, destroy all that. Take a breath, shake that off. We're just going to switch hands. Okay? And now bring up anything that could get in the way. All this thinking, overthinking, all the busyness in your head, everything that's there. Everything that is, delete, uncreate, illuminate, destroy all that. All this worry, all this anxious thinking, all this planning, figuring out, pressure, everything that's coming up that says I have to turn towards that buzzing TV in the corner. Everything that is, delete, uncreate, illuminate, destroy all that. Anything in me that says it's not safe to just be and do without so much thought and analysis. Everything that is, delete, uncreate, illuminate, destroy all that. Everything in me that says that I have to understand what's happening at all times. I need to figure it all out, analyze it, plan, worry. Everything that is, delete, uncreate, illuminate, destroy all that. Take a breath, shake that off. Okay. And now what I'd love for you to do is, and this is going to sound kind of strange, but I want you to make some figure eights in your whole area, around your body. So just figure eights around, do it all around your body, all around your head, behind you a little bit. Like, it's kind of a strange technique, but this is just kind of nice for your being, your energy system, and also it's a way of kind of getting you out of your head a little bit. Okay, shake that off. And then we're going to do one last thing, and it's just going to be a slow tap. So I want you to just notice what's there right now. Whatever your thought is, whatever your emotion, what's here in the moment? What's nagging at you? What's pulling you? And just think about right now, what it is that you would love to be doing. What's something that needs to be done, an action, and it might just be sitting and looking out the window. It could be reading a book. It could be making dinner. It could be the next thing that's up for you to do, and that also may include being, like sitting under a tree. Whatever it is, I want you to think about that thing, that action, without a story of whether you should or shouldn't do it, or I don't have time, or whatever the thing is next on your plate after you finish this video. And what we're going to do is we're going to slow tap. And I want you to just tap and simply notice that thing. Notice that next action. And as you're tapping, notice any thoughts about it that arise. And you don't need to do anything about it. Inside of the eyebrow, just slow tapping. There's that thing. And then watch all the thoughts that rush in as you're thinking about doing the thing. Even if the thing is just resting. Side of the eye. There are those thoughts. What if they don't mean anything? It's just slow tapping under the eye. What if I don't have to do anything about those thoughts? And you don't have to repeat these things. This is just about observing what's happening under the nose. What if I don't have to believe any of it? Chin, just think about that next activity. There it is. Collarbone. What if I could just do it without so much thought attached to it? Under the arm. Even if it's something I don't like doing. What if I don't need to make a story about it? Positive or negative. And the rest. There's a thing that I'm doing next, even if it's just being. And I'm acknowledging that. All right, take a breath, shake that off. And just notice how you're feeling right now. And see if you're ready to go do that thing without so much stuff attached to it. So if you feel really stuck in your overthinking and this tapping didn't really get you there totally, you can do the tapping again. You could also just pause, drink some water, and let the work that you just did percolate in your system. Rest for a few minutes and notice how the rest of your day goes and your relationship with your thoughts. And if you notice that a whole bunch of stuff came up, maybe some resistance, you could always book a session with me. So thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Remember to subscribe as I have new videos all the time. And you can also visit my website. I've got a lot of free resources there that are on all different topics. And also post a comment if you found this useful. I'd love to hear from you. Have a great day and happy tapping.